aftermath, we've seen nearly a dozen potential tornadoes touch down in Florida. There have been some small airplanes tossed around. And all of that, again, I cannot stress this enough, outside of the direct path.
Hello and welcome. This video will explore the role of Weston's Emergency Operations Center during a hurricane. A hurricane can cause significant damage to a community. In response to this threat, many cities have established emergency operations centers to coordinate the response efforts of their departments and sometimes multiple agencies, as residents shutter their homes and sometimes leave the area altogether. Weston's department heads and first responders say goodbye to their loved ones and head to work. The EOC is a secure, centralized location that becomes the hub of communication and decision-making for the city's emergency management team. The city follows the National Incident Management System, or NIMS structure, for management of large-scale and multi-jurisdictional incidents like hurricanes. And its personnel are all trained and certified in the NIMS system developed by Homeland Security. This provides for a standardized process and procedure that is the same nationwide. The city manager acts as incident commander during the activation of the EOC. The role of the incident commander is to provide the overall direction of the city's preparation, response, and recovery operations. In addition to being the primary member of the command group, the incident commander makes sure city elected officials are kept apprised of the actions taken. In preparing for a threat that has advance warning, the city manager may close city facilities, such as parks and city offices. The incident commander has the authority to direct protective actions, such as evacuations or shelter in place. The city manager and the mayor have joint authority to declare a local state of emergency and, if necessary, to declare curfews. The incident commander has an incident management team that may be partially or fully activated depending on the extent and the needs generated by the incident. Functional areas of management include operations, planning, logistics, finance, and public information. During an activation, the executive liaison is a conduit of information and assistance between incident personnel and organizations that are assisting or cooperating with the response. In Weston, the executive liaison maintains the executive orders and/or declarations made during the event. During an emergency, the Public Works Director becomes the Operations Chief. The definition of this position is to facilitate pre, during, and post-event operations to protect and restore public infrastructure. These behind-the-scenes heroes clear the roadways for police and fire first responders, and then keep the water and wastewater flowing for you and I. Main objectives include coordinate stormwater management operations, including stormwater pumping and lake level monitoring to prevent flooding. Monitor and restore water distribution systems and wastewater facilities. Coordinate emergency debris clearance on essential routes and provide access to critical facilities and essential services. Oversight and direction to debris management activities, including FEMA reimbursement in accordance with the FEMA-approved debris management plan. Coordinate damage assessment data of all public facilities, equipment, and debris estimates. Coordinate mutual aid and contractual vendor crews, including assembly areas, assignments, and financial tracking. And lastly, prioritize and implement temporary emergency structural repairs at vital public facilities, roads, bridges, and drainage systems. The Fire Rescue Branch is tasked with handling all forms of emergencies that may occur during an event. This includes medical and fire-related emergencies. The Fire Rescue Branch helps prioritize the response of fire rescue assets to ensure those units get to the most critically injured persons first, as well as transport injured and ill persons to the most appropriate medical facility. During a weather event, once sustained winds reach 35 miles per hour, emergency personnel will not respond to calls until conditions improve and winds are below the 35 miles per hour threshold. The Parks and Recreation Director becomes the Logistics Section Chief. Major responsibilities include providing facilities, transportation, communications, supplies, equipment maintenance and fueling, food, and medical services for incident personnel and all off-incident resources. This position briefs logistics staff, identifies support requirements and requests additional resources as needed throughout the storm and recovery period. Prior to any storm, the logistics section ensures that equipment and vehicles are fueled and ready for post-storm response, facilities are secured, and food supplies are available for those staying in the Emergency Operations Center and those responding post-storm. The Director of Technology Services serves as the city's planning section chief under NIMS. During an activation of the EOC, they would provide weather updates, including coordination of weather briefings with the National Hurricane Center, serves as the city's Municipal Services Branch Representative on the Broward County Emergency Response Team, and provide liaison support between city and county EOC, and assists in the coordination of EOC operations, including technology operations, GIS mapping, and post-storm incident planning. The city's communications director and assistant director become the public information officers and are responsible for gathering, analyzing, and proactively disseminating information to the public and media. They coordinate with all departments and other agencies as necessary with incident-related information to ensure accurate, timely community updates before, during, and after the hurricane. They will utilize every means available, which includes email, television, radio, and social media applications. The Finance Section Chief and Deputy Chief are responsible for all financial, administrative, and cost analysis aspects of the incident. Should a disaster declaration go into effect, the Finance Section plays a key role in post-storm recovery by preparing the documentation needed by FEMA for emergency assistance to our community. They also advise the incident commander on financial and administrative matters. The police are responsible for the protection and safety of people and property, along with response, search and rescue, and recovery efforts. After a storm event, one of the first roles is to complete a damage assessment survey along with the building official. In conclusion, the EOC plays a vital role in ensuring that our city is prepared for a hurricane. By coordinating with local agencies and departments, monitoring the storm's progress, and managing the response effort, the EOC helps to minimize damage and keep people safe. Thank you for watching. Be prepared and stay safe during hurricane season.